Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I am going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had an awesome day. Okay, we're going to just jump right into the prayer. So we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're calling upon Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters. We're also calling upon the saints, the angels, and our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including our guardian angels and our spirit guides. And we're calling upon them to ask them to put a protective cloak and shield around us, keeping us safe from all negativity or anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest knowledge, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for my subscribers. Excuse me. So now as I call upon your personal favor, Most High, please continue to bless and prosper me. Please continue to bless and prosper this platform. Thank you for everything that you've done to protect us so far. Thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, soul. Thank you, spirit. I love you. I love you. I love you. All honor, worship, glory, and praise goes to the Most High on this platform. Amen. Okay, so by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you guys are agreeing not to attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. You're also agreeing not to attack, bully, or persecute anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments. Everybody is allowed to have their own perspective here. And this should be a safe place for people to be who they are, but there will not be any condemning other people to hell or judging other people allowed on this platform. Okay, so that is the warning. I will report you to the YouTube authority, whatever the fuck that is. I will report that shit immediately. So be kind and respectful to others or don't be on my platform. So, we're going to talk about two books that are life-changing. Okay, the first book is called The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. This book teaches you about your higher self, aka God. Everyone's higher self is God. You are not a spark of God. You are not a child of God. You are not a God. You're not a God, one of many. You're not going to be a God someday. You are God now, having this experience. You, God, taking on this persona to have this experience and relearn the qualities of your true self, love, joy, and peace. Being in your fullness and discovering how that feels is the testing grounds for learning and appreciating how to be in that fullness. So the three techniques that are in this book that are life-changing are, number one, the God technique. The God technique helps you raise out of your ego into the looking out through the eyes of your higher self. And I do this technique multiple times a day. So I'm making my spiritual connection stronger multiple times a day. And it's out of necessity because I'm not a perfect person. I have thoughts and beliefs that also are troublesome sometimes too. So I have to raise my frequency so I can get out of those. And so the God technique helps you look out through the eyes of source so you can see things as they actually are through the lens of unconditional love, joy, and peace, so that then you can detach from whatever it is that you're looking at and be able to see it the way that God sees it. So you learn the lesson the first time, don't have to keep repeating it. The second technique, and there are so many other techniques, like this book will teach you how to meditate. It teaches you how to ground your energy. It has a lot of intuitive techniques. I'm only talking about the three that are a necessity to becoming in control of creating your own reality. This book is not for everybody. For people that are stuck on the Bible, that don't want to have their own personal relationship with God, those are not the people that I am giving this gift of knowledge to. Okay. This book is for people who want to fast track their spiritual journey. Okay. This is going to get you a lot farther. How do I know that? Because I've grown up around religion. I've grown up in religion. Okay. And I've always been psychic, but I never had a spiritual connection with God like I do now after coming across this information and using the techniques in the book. So that's just my own personal story, but I do also know a lot of other people that also use this book and the techniques and have the same type of success. So I'm not the only one. But it does talk about things like astral projection. It talks about the energy ball. It talks about feeling meditation. So the God technique is probably the most powerful technique because it changes your vibration, changes your consciousness, changes your awareness. Okay. And allows you to detach from your ego. The second technique is the joy versus anger technique, which is the strongest intuitive technique in the book. Again, you don't have to be psychic or intuitive to use the truth of God. So the joy versus anger technique helps you develop a yes and no answering system with your higher self, God, so that you can be asking immediate questions and getting immediate answers back, so that you're not making random decisions on a whim and having to suffer the consequences. Before I had access, welcome in fashionista, before I had access to the truth of God and the techniques in here, I was just making decisions off of whatever I wanted to do. Okay. And I was going into situations I didn't need to be in. So I could have avoided a lot of tragedies had I known this information. But it's okay because I know it now. And so I'm grateful for that. There's probably never, ever been another lifetime where I've realized that I was God. So that's why this lifetime, this information is going to be the most powerful. I feel like of any other lifetime that comes from this lifetime, if I decide to have more lifetimes, I will have access to the same intuition and knowledge. The same knowingness, I should say. So yeah. It teaches you about breathing, the joy, love, and grounding technique, prayer, cleaning out your temple, cleansing the emotions. Now, the third technique, so the joy versus anger technique, like when you can ask questions and get an immediate answer back and not have to say a prayer and wait for a sign, you're taking it into your own hands so that you can be having an open connection, communication with God, source. So you can be getting answers back immediately and guiding yourself through your creation. I do not buy concert tickets. I don't go out to eat. I don't go do anything. Well, sometimes I'll forget to ask questions. When I forget to ask questions, sometimes bad shit happens. But like literally, when I ask questions, the joy versus anger technique is not going to give you inaccurate readings like a pendulum would, or could, I should say. A pendulum or muscle testing. So it says, you, God, created a system that at birth, this new subconscious human mind would be very connected to your God self, but not connected to the new environment. The more that you acclimate to your surroundings, the more it becomes the dominant thought pattern and focus. The ability to be connected to God is still there, but if it's not fostered to be used in some cases can fade away. The ability to be connected is always here. It just needs to be focused upon. So, what fun would it be to be born with all of our God abilities? There would be no challenge, no contrast. We would know everything already. This is not what we created this third dimensional reality for. We sent ourselves here to play this game. But you always left a seed of yourself that if focused upon, would grow, allowing you to remember more and more about yourself. It would draw to you like a moth to a flame. You in this game would discover and learn to appreciate your true qualities, unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace, by living and experiencing how good they felt and by the contrasting illusional negative emotions felt. Remember that you can live in the knowingness of your true self, God, live this life knowing that those qualities, unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace, and still have a lot more to experience. You will watch yourself transform into a state of existence that you probably envisioned as what God walking on this earth would be like. So the third technique is the mind technique, which gives you the ability, well, I'm just going to read a little bit about it. It says, as the joy versus anger technique was the most important and useful intuitive application in this book, the mind technique is of the same importance level, but designed to clear the negative mental and emotional baggage beliefs that we are dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we're experiencing. This method is best used in combination with one of the answering methods. So basically you use the mind technique with the joy versus anger technique. So you're asking, does it serve me to have this thought and belief? And then you're using the joy versus anger intuitive belief or technique to basically get the answer. That's what that's saying. And you don't have to be psychic to work through this book. It's going to help you. I would get yourself a physical copy, you guys. Also, if you could please like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. If you could tap the notification bell, make sure you guys are subscribed. That really helps, okay? All right, so the next book we're going to be talking about is Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this book is a book that I've written. And it basically has different tarot card spells and tarot card spreads for the major arcana cards. So for those of you that want to learn how to read your cards, get this book. It's going to teach you how to read cards for yourself and for others, and it'll help you move beyond the limiting self-doubt. So I'm just going to read some of the High Priestess Position 5. I'm going to read some from the High Priestess tarot card spread. Position 5 is the Torah. Says this card shows you your own Torah, the secret mystical knowledge that exists in the Torah, along with the authority that it grants one inner knowing, can be seen in the card that is pulled for this position. A mastery of wisdom can be revealed in the card for this position. Any inner secrets that are golden pieces of knowledge and insight may be shown to you at the time that you pull the card for this position. If the card that you pull for this spot is a yes card, you can rest assured that you carry your own inner Torah within you that can be tapped into at any time. And then the High Priestess Tarot card spells for personal enlightenment. The Lover spell is for drawing love into your life. The Hermit is for going within, accessing your inner light. And then in the back of the book, so all you'll need to get started with Visago Tarot card spreads and spells is the original Rider-Waite, Riderwaite tarot deck. But in the back of the book, I have created a compendium of knowledge for when you are pulling cards for yourself, when you get multiple of the major arcana cards coming out together, what it could mean. So I'm just going to read from the Fool. It says, when you pull the Fool tarot card, it could mean that either you or the person that you're reading for is about to go on a spiritual journey through the process of spiritual awakening. It can also be interpreted as someone who is unaware of themselves. They could be acting foolish. The Fool stands at the edge of the cliff but does not fall off of it because the Fool has allowed the Most High and the universe to order his steps. When the Fool comes out before the Lover's tarot card, it could imply that someone is falling head over heels, foolishly in love with another person. When the Fool comes out before the Death tarot card, it could show you that someone's foolishness could literally kill them or bring about endings for them. If the Fool comes out before or after the World tarot card, it could mean that someone is leading the world in a foolish way. When the Fool comes out before or after the Hangman tarot card, it means that the person in question is self-sabotaging their life for foolish reasons. So it just keeps going and going and going, you guys, but you get the gist. The links to these two books are in the description box below. Check it out when you guys have got some time, okay, and you're wanting to invest in yourself. Those two books are going to be life-changing. You can do the tarot card spreads and spells in that book as many times as you want to gain success. Like every time that you redo the tarot card spread, you're going to get new information that you never picked up before. That's why I think that book that I wrote is a portal, because it basically, you can do that tarot card spread over and over and over again and still get information about your spiritual journey, and you can help other people with theirs. All right. So I hope everybody's had a good day. If any of you guys have any personal questions, you can send me, thank you so much, Fashionista. You can send me a $20 super chat and with your question, and I will set a 20-minute timer, and I will answer your question within that 20 minutes. If it has to go 5 minutes over, that's probably okay. I just have to start setting a timer so that I can stay on track and not make these readings too long, because I know not everybody can pay attention for like 3 hours, and it's hard for me as well. So but yeah, but then if you have like another question on another subject, that would be another $20, and it would be another 20 minutes. So look at it that way. And I just want to say thank you guys for all of your donations, your support, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, you hyping the video. All of that stuff is so important to keep this platform thriving. So I thank you guys. All right, so the message that I have for you guys is really a good message. It's about you guys stepping into your power, stepping into your life. It's time for you guys to step into the life that God has for you. And so regardless of what you think your life has been thus far, there was a reason you had to go through the certain experiences that you went through so that you could be here now to be of assistance. And that's what I was picking up. So we're going to see what comes out with the tarot, but that's what I was getting, is that It's time to step into the life that God has for you. Okay. And this is going to ultimately empower you. It's going to empower you to be connected, to want to connect. You know, when you guys are seeing the angel numbers, when you're reading nature, when you're able to communicate, you're open to receive. And I feel like part of being a divine feminine, part of having any divine energy is all about being able to receive. Okay. And so it's important time for you guys to open up inwardly and look within and ask yourself really important questions. Okay. When it comes to your life, where you're going, who you want to be with, who do you want to be as a person? And again, I don't think that we are our jobs. I don't think that we are, I think that we're something beyond what we can explain. And I feel that's the part of us that's God. I don't think that anybody is what their job is. I may look at people and be like, oh, that's a cop. And I may look at them like a cop, but I feel like they're more of a human being. You know, being a cop is a job. So like, if you're associating with who you are spiritually with what your job is, that's not actually accurate. Okay. Some of you guys could be leaving an old position. You could be walking away literally from an old job, or you could have just gotten fired. You guys need to understand this very important concept. If we were just, you know, if we were just like going to move towards love, joy, and peace and where we need to be with our destiny on our own, okay, then there would be no reason for us to ever go through any type of negative experience. But the reason that we go through things that are negative is because you are walking away. Yeah, the reasons that you go through things that are negative is because if the universe is giving us signs like to leave a position, especially if it comes to work, and then we don't walk away from that position, then the universe will definitely send in, it could be a positive stimulus to get us to move, like a new opportunity opening up, or it could be a negative one, like the losing of an opportunity. You could call that being fired or whatever, being let go of your job. And so some people don't look at it like that. They think that, oh, woe is me, it's happening to me. Then again, the universe will give you a certain amount of time to correct your mistake. It's like people will be staying in jobs that are super unhealthy for them mentally and emotionally for way too long. And it's not a part of their higher purpose. It's just something that pays the bills. And so that one piece of hair is straight up irritating me, you guys. Sorry. It's like, could just be something that pays the pill, or it's the pill. So maybe somebody is taking pills. Okay. So anyways, it could just be a job that pays the bills, that keeps you stable, right? That doesn't mean that you can't go somewhere else and be stable there as well. So just think about it, just think about it that way. That, okay, instead of looking at like getting fired or being let go from a job as a loss, look at that as a blessing. Okay, well, that gives me an open door to create something on my own, to start up something new, to join other forces, to become a part of something that will actually make me feel like I am doing something that makes me feel good, right? I don't think that people were just meant to sit behind a phone, on the other end of a phone all day. I just got some weird notification about something about serial killers. I don't know what that has to do with, but I just looked at the notification. It said 50 serial killers. Interesting. I don't know where that's coming from. But literally, this is the time for you guys to start living your life authentically. And I also get that, some of you guys are having the courage to walk away from things that looked really shiny, that were very much so distracting you from your purpose, from what you want to do. And again, how I look at divine life purpose is probably a little bit different than other people, but the lens that I see it through is you using whatever your gifts and abilities and talents are to help yourself and to help others. Okay. It could be writing a testimony. It could be creating art. It could be, massage therapy. There's so many different things that people like to do that are out there that are available to you guys. It could be healing. It could be doing readings. It could be doing motivational talks. It could be creating content, whatever it is. it's going to be good for you to, first of all, invest in yourself. Don't waste any more time investing in somebody else's company. Start investing in yourself and keep moving your there may be something about the herb bayberry that's going to help you guys get a job. Okay. There is a herb called bayberry, and you can get bayberry oil, like a essential oil of it, or you can get it in an herb. Okay. Bayberry is very good for drawing in new opportunities, really good for new opportunities, luck, drawing in money. It's a very, very powerful herb. I don't know why my words are not wording today. Oh, and then happy full moon, everybody. There was a full moon yesterday. But yeah, so bayberry may be an herb or an oil that you want to work with when you're pulling in new opportunities. Let me just ask, is there a crystal? So green jade is a very good crystal when it comes to pulling in new opportunities. I also get, some of you guys might want to get green tourmaline, okay, to block out whatever this financial interruption is, because that's what I feel like. It's some type of energy being sent. It's not a traditional curse or anything. It's some type of energy, like an energy that is, well, any type of tourmaline, okay, because there's different colors of it. They work with the different chakras, but any type of tourmaline is going to be blocking out interference, EMF rays. That's what its main purpose is. So black is probably the most protective stone. And it works with the earth star chakra, the chakra beneath our feet, and then the root chakra. So yeah, green jade. Aventurine is also a very good one for good luck. So somebody thinks you're good looking. Good luck and new opportunities. Green tourmaline, I'm getting that's blocking out some type of energy that's a financial interruptance, like disturbance. It's disturbing your ability to manifest money. And I don't feel like it's doing it a whole lot, but it has been affecting you. So we're going to cut the deck and see what we got here. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. Please like the video, guys. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you guys are subscribed. That really helps the platform. If any of you guys have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. The moon. I was just talking about how yesterday was a full moon. This full moon energy is some type of magic it's some type of energy that's being done. I don't want to say that these people are for sure using magic, but they're definitely using the moon to manifest. And the moon, using the moon to manifest money is stupid. Why do I say that? First of all, the moon goes on cycles. It goes on, well, it starts at new. Let's just say we're going to start at new moon. Okay, we could start at full moon or new moon. But it starts at new moon. Then it goes, waxing to full moon, which means it's getting bigger. And then when it's at full moon, it starts to go waning to get smaller. When it gets smaller, that's a cycle of having to go up it, that's like a roller coaster ride. Who the fuck would want to do that? I would rather manifest with the sun and grow whatever it is that I need with the light that the moon is using already, which is the sun's light. Like, that's the way I look at it. And the sun is not on cycles like that, okay? But, yeah, so the moon, this person was using the moon to affect your finances. That's where they're trying to target you. That's where they're trying to hit you, your business, your finances, your credibility. These people, they were sending you a lot of energy last night. These people, they're being tested. They're not going to pass this test. These people, oh, thank you guys. Thank you for being so kind. These people are not going to pass this test. They're just not. I feel like, these people thought that you were going to be easily distracted, easily pulled off your path. These people, their security is at risk. Okay. Their friends and family may be ready to deceive them. And these people have a lot of hidden enemies and a lot of paranoia and a lot of fear that they're dealing with. on top of bad luck and being stressed out and being tested, because the universe was using you, like dangling a carrot in front of this person's face to see if they were going to do anything. And of course they did. Of course they did. They wanted to domesticate you. Weird. Page of Wands. Let me just ask a question. Is the Page of Wands the collective's child? No. Is the Page of Wands the person that's doing the moon manifestation? Yes. So maybe you have somebody that's in their 30s. Okay. That's a Page of Wands. The wand energies to me have to do with magic. Like, that's the way I feel about it. I feel like the pentacles have to do with money. The wands have to do with magic or sex. And then I feel like the cups have to do with happiness, love or joy or peace, abundance, like overflowing cup of love. And then I feel like the swords have to do with protection, defense, and like offensive warrior, standing up for yourself type energies. Could have to do with judgment a little bit, but more so discernment, I would say the swords. That's how I look at the energies of the tarot is, and then I would consider water to be associated with the cups, fire to be associated with the swords, air to be associated with the wands, and earth to be associated with the pentacles. So yeah, I'm getting that there is somebody that's, you could be in your 30s as well. This person is definitely in their 30s. Okay, they could be anywhere from like 30 to 39. Okay, what else do we need to know about this person? Why are they doing this manifestation? This is somebody that wants to, they want to swim in the same ocean, but this person is like a little guppy and you're a whale. There's a big difference between your guys' energies. I can tell you that right now. Like, this person, they need to live their life a little bit, grow, learn some more about themselves. And maybe there's not a huge difference in age between you and this person, but there is a big difference in energy. Okay. There's a huge difference when it comes to y'all's energy. So it feels like, you are used to things being a certain way. And this person, they are not used to anything because they haven't had enough experiences. I do feel like this person, they could be somebody who loves nature. Maybe they consider themselves to be a witch or a pagan or I don't know, a nature worshiper, druid or something. This person calls themselves something. Yeah, they call themselves something, or they're a part of something. And they feel like this thing is bigger, but they don't realize that they're being manipulated by something and somebody else. Okay. This person wants to have the inspiration that you have. They want to be inspired. They want to be intelligent. This person, they look up to you, but they're also trying to use moon magic to break you so that you, I don't know, walk away from your destiny so that they can pick it up and do it. This person is not going to be rewarded for trying to jump in your lane and trying to hurry up and master something when you've already mastered something. Like, you're already you. How can this person do what they're trying to do and be successful? They're not. They don't have any courage. They were being tested. If this person is in their early 30s, they, they could have a completely different life than you. This is why I feel like not everybody is meant to be a healer, a teacher, a leader, a light worker. This person feels like at their very young, immature ass age that they've already been through enough that they can go on and teach now. This person doesn't have anything to teach anybody that's worthwhile. Witchcraft is like I said, if you're doing spells on yourself, like I call them spells in my book, but they're a prayer with God and the Holy Spirit. They're a manifestation technique. Okay. Working with Archangel Michael. So it's like, I don't even know if I consider that to really be a spell. What I consider spells and witchcraft to be is manipulating someone else's free will or trying to do something to someone else. When somebody is working with the archetype energies for themselves, I do not see a problem with that. I don't feel like people that work with herbs are witches. I feel like people who abuse their spiritual power and their abilities are witches. and warlocks or wizards, whatever. And I feel like people who are sorcerers, they abuse the earth, the fourth dimensional energy, the nature energy, earth, air, fire, water type energies, or maybe the stars. So this person is trying to figure out how you know everything that you know. They can't believe that you're really this intuitive. They also doubted your abilities. And now this person is like, wow. I feel like if this is a younger person that you were friends with, they could be an air or a fire sign. Let me just ask, because this is not the child of the collective. No, it's not. Who is this younger person? Is this a friend? Yeah, I got like a mixed answer. So maybe not exactly a friend. Maybe you look at this person like a friend of me. Is this person a friend of me? Yes. Okay. Is this person at war competing? Yes. Is this person jealous? No. I get that they're more ambitious. They're very ambitious for whatever situation. This person has multiple psychological issues. I don't want you to bully this person at all, okay? They have serious psychological issues. And I don't even give a fuck what it's being caused by. Probably the moon. This is why you do not use and abuse the planets like this, and you don't try to pull on the moon's energy like that. It's going to drive you crazy. The moon is not very healthy. 10 of Pentacles. This younger person is like trying to figure out how to get a 10 of Pentacles, but you're over here getting a 10 of Pentacles. How ironic. Maybe this younger person doesn't know how they're going to support themselves. Well, I can definitely guarantee them trying to become you is going to be a losing business idea and a losing, it's not going to pay their bills. This person pretending to be you or whatever is not going to get them looked at like they're you. It's not going to pay their bills. This person will not be rewarded for attempting to do whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? Point blank period. They don't have the genetic makeup or the background, and they're not supposed to be doing this. I also feel like this person is immature. That's why I'm feeling your energy be the energy of a whale and their energy is the energy of a guppy. It's a very big difference. Yes, it's still one ocean, but that's a very big difference in energy. This person can't even show up for themselves. Judgment. Maybe this person was trying to judge you or have you judged. I feel like it's them. They're being judged because they were being tested. You were the carrot that was being dangled in front of this person's face. Wow, ironic. I also get that, you know, whoever this frenemy is, let's say that you go to, I don't know, church, temple, synagogue, wherever people go, some type of group setting. I feel like this person is trying to bump into you at a group setting, one that's probably inappropriate. Maybe they're wanting to bump in. This person is wanting to find out where you're going and what you're doing and who you're doing it with. They want to bump into you and have a conversation with you. This person wants to catch up and tell you about maybe a baby they're having or what is it? A car they're getting, or I don't know, something they feel that they're winning. I feel like if you engage with this person, they are going to try to tear you apart. Okay. Piece by piece. This person wants to know how you're getting this 10 of Pentacles, how you're able to sustain it, and why their moon magic is not working on your finances. And they feel like if they just get the right information about you, they can plug it into whatever this witchcraft system is, and they'll be able to stop your finances permanently. This person needs to mind their own business, okay? They also need to get a fucking life. That's their own life. Stop trying to live your life because they're not going to be rewarded. This person is not going to get paid for becoming you. And they're starving for your energy, this person from the past. They're up under judgment, though, right now. This person could be getting kicked out of a house. I feel like they don't have rent money, and they also can't get a place to live. This person, maybe they're waiting for Section 8. I don't know. I feel like there is some type of blockage for this person getting a job. That's what I'm picking up for this Page of Wands energy. I don't feel a blockage with you guys being able to get a job, but I do feel it with this Page of Wands energy. And whatever their block is, I mean, I don't really care, but it is definitely something that they are thinking and believing and actively doing. And it could be this scarcity, weird ass mindset where they feel that they have to steal from others to be able to provide for themselves. Anybody that's raised upon that type of value is somebody that cannot be trusted. You shouldn't have thieves around you. If you can't trust your purse or your phone or anything around this person, and this is probably one of the signs why you're like, yeah, this is why I walked away from them. If you can't trust them, then don't be around them. If you can't trust somebody, then don't be around them. Let your intuition, your gut feeling, which I feel that every person on this planet has clairsentience. We all have the ability to feel and pick up on stuff. So when you listen to that, you will understand that this person is very, very blocked in their career. And they're also younger to you in the sense that maybe this person didn't have a lot of jobs. There's a block there with them. Maybe it was hard for them to get jobs. Oh, God bless you guys as well. Maybe it was hard for them to get jobs, to keep jobs. This person does not feel stable to me. I feel like the only thing that they do that's a stable thing is this moon magic. And this is I think it's the moon magic that's blocking them. To be quite honest, I really do. I feel like they were being tested, but I also feel like this moon magic is working on them. If you have to think of it this way, if this person is spending all of their time up under the moon, working with the energy of the moon, why would they think that they would be exempt from feeling the witchcraft that they're calling upon with the moon? And I don't get that it has to be a spell, but they are doing a moon manifestation, which means whatever they're doing it when the moon is full. They're doing it all of the moon cycle. Like this person is literally trying to fuck up your cycles, your ability to be prosperous and provide for yourself. They're also trying to take your place. 5 of Cups. Nobody needs to take your place. This person's in major regret because they're losing things that they valued, which were physical items. This person hasn't lost anything that's of real value, like an arm, a leg, their head, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're losing physical objects that they can't afford anyways. That's not a loss. That's actually a blessing. I would rather be financially free than be super, super, super wealthy, because people come for people that are wealthy. Okay. And it's one thing to get wealthy. It's another thing to stay wealthy. And I think what real wealth is beauty, happiness, good energy, peace, joy, love. I feel like that's what wealth being, when you're wealthy in spirit, you have all of those things. They're all blessings. I feel like this person does not feel wealthy in spirit. They're in the tower because they abused their power with very little power they had. This person could be getting dumped. Maybe they just want to, I feel like they could have been left by somebody in the past that also threw them to the wolves and left them for dead, but that has nothing to do with you. So yeah, if this younger person is in their 30s, they're in their 30s. If they are getting out of a relationship, out of a marriage, I also just felt time speed up. This person was trying to manipulate your time frame. I literally just felt time speed up. No. How about no? Let's return time. Let's just be timeless, okay? That's how you get out of that. Timeless energy. So I also get that this person needs to sacrifice either a way of thinking, a way of living. Maybe they're taking a lot of substances. Okay, it could be that. And I'm not dissing anybody that does that. Please do not think that I'm judging anybody. I am not. Even when you hear me go off and be sassy about it, I'm still not judging those people. It's not my job to, and I would never even think to judge somebody. I'm just using my discernment. And some things make me feel bad, you know? When people judge me, I don't like that feeling. I really don't. That's why I don't judge other people. I let them be themselves, and I know that none of us are perfect. So why would I try to hold anybody to some type of unrealistic expectation or standard that I can't even hold myself to? So it's like, you know, the more that we integrate our higher selves, aka God, the energy of the universe, the love, joy, peace, and compassion of God, the more that we will become perfect. But, you know, all of us have our different traumas and things we're still going through. And it's a growing process. This person hasn't been through a whole lot in life. They are still going through these lower lessons. Like, that's why I feel like it's an ocean of difference between the two of you. The world, 10 of Pentacles, the world, you guys could be getting a new job in a new place of the world. You could be going on a vacation. You could be getting a large sum of money. You guys could be getting a home. The world and the 10 of Pentacles, you could be able to move around. The star also, you guys. The star, your dreams for the future will come true. Please like the video, you guys. It would really help. Your dreams for the future are going to come true. I feel like, yeah, you've come into contact with a higher power here. And that's what I see is happening with the 10 of Pentacles, the world, and the star. This other person, they're watching you. They could be an air or a fire sign. I don't know if I said that already, but they could be watching you and looking at you like, how are they so perfect? And it's still their own delusion. Because like I said, nobody's perfect. I don't get jealous of people because I can look at every person and see the crazy shit they've had to go through. And I know the stuff I've had to go through. I would not want to be anybody else. I wouldn't want to live anybody else's life, be them, look like them, go through the lessons they have to go through. No, I've already done so much on my own life. It would be a total shame if I had to go be somebody the fuck else. I just can't. And people are going to love me. People are going to hate me. That is of life. Like, I mean, I don't know why people would hate me, but whatever. I don't really care either. I'm not going to let it bother me. And when it does bother me, I just keep doing the God technique, to be quite honest, connecting with God and asking myself, do I have any thoughts and beliefs that are causing this situation to keep occurring? And when I find out, oh, yes, sometimes it's having an emotion towards it, allowing it to upset you, you know, that could be the thing that keeps drawing it back into your reality. So this person, they're not going to take accountability. They also need to find some type of creative solution to their problems. They need to start doing something for themselves instead of they need to stop doing whatever this person, if they've got children already, they need to take care of their damn kids. This is not this person's journey to be a star. That is your path. You're supposed to be a world-renowned star. I have to cover up their boobies. Sorry, you guys. You're meant to be a world-renowned star. The world and the star. That's literally in the back of my book, Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. All the different card combinations that could come out with cards coming out next to each other for the major arcana. The 10 of Pentacles is not a major arcana card, but it's still a very good card. That's like having anywhere on this planet that you could live. I get that you guys some of you guys are happy where you're at. Some of you guys are thinking about moving. Some of you guys are actually moving, or you just did move. You know, this Page of Wands doesn't need to keep following you. They need to find their own path and make their own way in life. The same way that you made your own way, this person, they need to make their own way. I don't think that's anything unrealistic to ask of them. They're going to either figure this out now or in the future, that they have to make their own way. They can't just walk down the path you've already carved. I don't know what to tell them, you guys. It's like, it's just unrealistic to think you can become somebody else when you don't know anything about that other person's life, what they've had to go through. This person is projecting, okay? And they're trying to compete with you. And I feel like that is ridiculous. There's nothing to compete for. Like I said, God, the Holy Spirit, the universe, the physical realm, this person is so blocked, they're not going to be rewarded for doing whatever this is that you're supposed to do. And I know that there can be a whole bunch of people who are like, acting, you know, for one, it has a whole bunch of different people that are very good at acting. Okay? It's not like this person can't do whatever it is you're doing. They just can't be you. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope you guys are understanding that. They can try to do, I mean, even though it's not for them, they can try to do what it is that you're doing, but they cannot become you. It is not possible. This person is not going to wake up in your body tomorrow or wake up knowing your knowledge or whatever this is that they want. They're not going to wake up a star randomly, okay? And it doesn't matter how much time and energy they spend wishing upon a star up under the moon. This person was being tested the entire time. And they know that. They know that you're the Empress. They know that you guys are the Empress. And again, take the gender out of tarot because we have both masculine and feminine energies. The Empress is somebody who's creative, who can give birth to new projects, who can start new innovative thoughts, who can begin things anew. The Empress is somebody that actually will help other people. You know, the Empress gives me the energy of like the Amazons or the Amazon women. How, even though it's like mythology, I don't know if they were real or not, but they were like badass warriors. The Empress is somebody that could step into any, she's the highest ranking female card in the deck. Feminine energy, I should say, that can step into any of the other energies. The Queen of Swords, being a badass warrior, she step into, because she's already mastered those other energies. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, that's what makes her the Empress. The Queen of Cups, she's already mastered all of those other aspects and has become the Empress. So I hope you guys are understanding how tarot works. The other cards are lower denominations. The Queens and Kings are lower denominations than the Emperor and the Empress. The Emperor and the Empress are the only two person cards that are in the Major Arcana deck. Or the Major Arcana cards. Okay? So all of the other ones are like the High Priestess, the Hierophant, Justice, Death, Sun, Moon, Star, Lovers. I also get that you guys are here to make major changes, not only in your own health. I feel like you guys, I keep hearing bayberry. Bayberry may be the root that you need to keep moving forward that will help you, or getting the bayberry oil. Again, it's good for good luck, prosperity, abundance, and money, money, money. Also, basil is another great money herb because this person is trying to do some fuck shit. Okay, they are. Point blank, period. They're in the tower for it, but they are trying to do something with the moon to block you from being able to be abundant. You need to understand when... This is why I suggest that you get The Truth of God by Michael Stedman. When you do the God technique, you raise yourself out of the frequency where these people and their crap can affect you. And that's what breaks the spell. So you're remembering who you truly are and moving towards that higher vibrational energy. Okay. So the fact that you guys, and the Empress is also somebody who's a mother, who's very fertile physically and in every other type of way. Nine of Swords. This younger person, they're in the Nine of Swords. You are moving. Good. Yeah, don't tell this person where you're moving. Don't show your house off on the internet. You know how some people will be like, this is my house, and they'll be walking through their whole house. I feel like when you give out stuff like that, other people, they're looking for that specific stuff. They want to know where you're at, where you're going, because they need to have a location on you to send the moon magic. Trying to send it through the internet or whatever is not working. You could literally be using crystals to protect your phone, or you're praying over your phone. I would be. I'm always using selenite. I have selenite always on my phone, and I also have shungite on my phone to block harmful EMF rays. So yeah, this person is depressed basically because they're not getting the same feedback or respect as you. You're getting a good message, or you're here to, you know, give good messages to people. This other person, they're greatly affected by your success for some reason. I mean, that's the way that they're acting, but they're over dramatic. This person just can't pay their own bills, and they're looking at you like, why can you? Why this person's like, why do I need assistance? It's like they need to go within. Yeah, you're patient. This is one thing that this person is not. You're waiting for all of the important pieces to come together so that you can move towards what you desire. And this person, they are worried, you know, that all of this moon magic is going to come back on them. They're worried about, they're in fear and they're paranoid. I feel like they have every reason to be afraid, but it really has more to do with them being up under judgment by a higher power. It's not you that put them up under judgment. It's a higher power that did. And so this person, they were trying to hide in your energy and act like they just were trying to act. They're an actor. They don't have to actually be an actor, but they are acting all of the time. They were trying to act like they were like you, and they're not. This person doesn't know fucking anything about you. Not like that. Queen of Pentacles. This is what they were trying to destroy. Your finances, okay? And you're still the Empress. And this person, like I said, between the Page of Wands and the Empress, this is like a child. The Page of Wands is like usually 30 or somebody under 30, but I get it's somebody that is 30. They're in their 30s. And then the Empress is like the mother, okay? It's like that big, this little guppy and you're a big whale. It's a huge difference. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you've had to defend yourself probably multiple times from this person who is already up under judgment. They're up under judgment. You had to cut this person off. Maybe they were a drain on your finances. Maybe this person was a drain on your energy. Whatever they were doing with this moon magic was dumb, because literally you working with an herb, saying a prayer, just can't, like, I would just be like, nah, whatever this is that's being done, it has no power over me or my reality. It is only going to work on theirs. A time for this person to be affecting your purpose is done. Yeah, Eight of Wands. This person's at a major crossroads. They're trying to find some way to figure out how to get the same resources as you so that they can have what you have. This person's not blessed. I mean, they're blessed with other things that maybe you don't have, you know, but they're not blessed like you are. This person's mother practices witchcraft. I can't even trust this person's mother, let alone them. No fucking way. And it's not no like, oh, do a manifestation under the moon. That's not even what I'm getting. I'm getting that this is a family practice. Taking people's money, that's what these people do. They try to scam people out of their inheritance, scam them out of their spot. And now that this person was going to attempt to do that to you, they came in pretending to be a friend while they're a whole snake. Now they're up under judgment. Oh, well. Can we get the likes up, you guys, please? And thank you. Two of Swords. Now this person is up under judgment and their creativity is blocked. This person, the Eight of Wands to the freaking Two of Swords, that's being blocked. That's being at a crossroads and not knowing which way to turn and feeling abandoned and desolate and being completely blocked. This person is blocked from getting a new job. Maybe it's their work ethic. Maybe this person doesn't show up for work. What is it? Let me just ask. What is it about this person that is causing them to, I mean, do we even need to know what's causing them to be blocked? I don't get that we do. Who gives a fuck? I think it's this moon magic that's blocking them. Yeah, this person's not using logic. This moon magic is blocking them. Okay? You could be empathically picking up on it, but, you know, it's not having an effect on you like this person wanted. You still have creative ideas. You still have abundance and finished projects. This person has not done anything with themselves. I can't stand people like this. They're so annoying. The Emperor. You could literally already be in a relationship, or you could have just mastered your emotions and everything else. You could have mastered how to be a leader by becoming one. You could also be attracting in an Empress, or you guys are both divine feminine and divine masculine energies coming together. Yeah. This person is very blocked when it comes to creativity. They're at a crossroads and they're looking for somebody to throw them a bone. I suggest that you do not. Do not give this person any power. Don't let them know where you're moving. Don't let them know that you are moving. Let this person send the same moon magic to the same fucking place forever. That would be better. Them to just send it to the same dumbass place that you're not actually at. That would be very unfortunate for whoever's living there, but because it is a general intention to block. This person has no real reason to do this, other than they can't pay their bills because they want to go out and party every weekend. What the fuck does that have to do with you? Yeah, strength. You guys are so much stronger. They're a guppy, you're a whale. It's a huge difference. I feel like you guys could be becoming this courageous person that's not going to give a rat's ass what other people are doing. I would just literally ignore this person because they want validation from you. They want you to acknowledge them. They want you to play this fucking child's play game with them. I would just literally ignore because they want to see you squirm. Okay, this person wants to see you in treacherous waters and they're blocked. They can't get a job, or they won't. The sun, this person, like I said, you guys are polar opposites. They are up under the moon. You're planting things with the sun. You're healing that inner child. You're moving forward. You guys have very high magnetism, which means your success rate is going to be chef's kiss at this time. I also get that if you had any type of doubtful venture, if it was a business, a platform, a company, a website, a hobby, anything that you were doubting in and putting aside, pick that back up, because this person, they can't do anything to that. They can't mess with you anymore. Yeah, you getting this message, knowing that this is over with this person, they are basically rendered powerless. They were already powerless, but now they're even more powerless. The more that you release this person and release whatever this moon magic is by maybe praying, you know, meditating, going within, raising your frequency, listening to healing sounds, going for walks, massaging your body, taking baths. There's so many things that can cause somatic release. Somatic release is like when you feel an energy or emotion release and you're doing something like therapeutic, like journaling, or it could be, you know, taking a hot tub or taking a bath or taking a shower. I know sometimes shower makes a huge difference. Yeah, so you're doing something that is causing you to continually ground your energy. So this person, they keep trying to unground you and make you like insecure and unstable, and they can't do that. That's why whatever you were doubtful in, maybe you want to be an actress, a singer, a dancer, a artist, a teacher, whatever this is, pick it back up. Because now that this person, they're not going to be able to block you. You've become immune to whatever this moon magic is. And it took some time, but this is why when anybody attacks you, it's actually a blessing, because you're going to be prospered 10 times. And then now anybody else that tries to send this moon magic shit to you, it's just not going to work, because that's what I'm getting. Like, it doesn't stop things. It doesn't really slow them down. That's what it needs you to believe. This person needs you to believe that their shit is working. Their shit is not working. It's never going to work. It's working on them. This is why this person cannot get a job. They did not want you having a job, a home, a life, joy, love, peace. They did not want you having a body of work that you've already created. They did not want you having your spiritual gifts and abilities to use. This person did not want you having peace, happiness, because they were trying to compete with you. And this person needs to, like, literally stop what they're doing, because it's very foolish. It's foolish, childish ass behavior. There's nothing to compete for. You're doing your own thing. What is there to compete for when you're already doing your own shit? Like, you've created a brand new trade. You could be starting a new trade, moving to a new location. You could be starting a new job. You could be literally creating jobs for other people. Whatever this is that you're doing, It's telling you to learn a new trade and profession. And it's also telling you to maybe invest in doing something yourself. This other person, they're just trying to come in and compete with you and steal something from you after you've created it. Make sure before you put it out there that you do the things that are necessary, like getting it copyrighted, making sure that you have a watermark, whatever this is, so that people can't just steal your shit. I mean, I don't think that they're going to be successful with trying to steal your shit or be you, but again, this person is basically blocked from doing whatever you're doing. They don't have the ability to tap in. They can't get messages. Their messages are fake, a hierophant. This person could belong to some type of religion. This is what's keeping them super small, by the way. It's keeping them very small. Whatever this religious influence is that they're under, it's keeping them small and unaware of who they are, which is probably a blessing. I mean, if this person would just go to God already, their life would start to get better. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you. Their life would start to get way better. So whatever this is, somebody's wanting you to be discouraged. They want you to feel like they won, that their magic worked. Don't believe it. Trust more in God being able to do. Trust in yourself, your own connection with the divine. Trust in that. Don't trust in fucking the moon magic. No, don't trust in that. This person was stupid. 3 of Swords. Okay, they are being betrayed actively right now. They need to they need to accept some shit about themselves. Okay, you're being told that whatever this is that you're working on, that you're doing, to continue to work on it. Okay, continue to do it. Make sure that what you're investing in is going to be profitable in the future. Don't tell people what you're investing in. Don't tell them where you're moving. Don't tell them where you're going. Don't tell them what job you have. Don't tell them what you do. Don't tell them your past. Don't tell them anything. I would literally, you can live life without having to disclose shit to people that don't need to know anything. This person made the mistake of thinking that they had all of the pieces to the puzzle when they did not. Not even fucking close. They thought that they knew everything that they could know that was knowable about you, that was worth knowing. This person missed out on a major thing when it comes to you. Temperance, because your work is protected by Archangel Michael. What are these people going to do to Archangel Michael? They're going to epically fail. And if your work includes the archangels and you using temperance, then that's a good thing. I feel like you guys would be very good managers. I also get that this person, they wanted to manage you, and they're sad that they're not in that position. I feel like you protecting your peace is the most important thing. You protecting your finances, where you're moving, where you're going, and cleansing and making sure that you are in alignment to receive these new opportunities that are going to come in, and the life that God actually has for you, which is not you going through continual cycles of suffering and loss and not being able to have your needs met. I would be asking for financial freedom. Freedom from whatever the fuck this is. That's one thing I would be asking for. Freedom for what? From literally whatever Astraea is talking about. That's what I would say. I ask for freedom from that exact shit. Yeah, you guys are being liberated. 7 of Pentacles. This person, the table was, I feel like this person really thought for a minute that they were being blessed or something, that they were favored over you. This person's delusional. They also thought that they could just come in and turn the tables in your life in a way to destroy you so that their life would get better. You're never going to, anybody that is going to try to break somebody else the fuck down and destroy them, that same person that's doing that will never figure it out. Okay? Because you can't hurt another person without hurting yourself. And whatever you send out does come back to you. You think you can control the way that you send it out, but nobody controls the way that it comes back. This person is being intentionally blocked by the universe and by their ancestors. They're being blocked from having anything that they did not want you to have. This person should not have wished ill on you. And they're not mature enough to do whatever this is that you do. They couldn't run a company. This person wants to copy you and literally clone something that you've already created. And they think that what you do is so easy, but it's not. It takes work. It takes time, dedication. It takes devotion. It takes patience. It takes all these things that this person does not possess. Eight of Cups. They have to walk away because this person does not have any more money to do any more magic on you. This person already knows that they're not a successful magician. Not only that, whoever they paid to do this magic on you, they don't have any more money to pay them. So that means whatever these spells are on your finances, they're going to break, because for this person to continue to try to oppress you, they would have to continue to pay this witch or warlock. And what I see that the universe is going to do is reverse everything that this person has done, and all the spirits and shit that they were sending to you in your finances and your business. It's going to reverse it right back on them. And the witch is going to be like, bitch, pay me my money. And this person's going to be like, oh, I don't have it. Can you still do the spell work? They're being like, no, absolutely not. You pay your practitioner. Only a fucking fool, which that did come out, would be somebody that doesn't pay the practitioner and still thinks they're going to get what they want. No, the practitioner has the ability to make you famous, to make you rich, to make you in the position that you are. You pay that practitioner, because they also have the ability to unfucking make what you did, undo what they did. Let's just say that. And these practitioners, they take money from people because they have to fulfill their needs, but they're also having altars and feeding spirits and shit like that. And if you don't pay your practitioner, like whether they're trying to do a curse on somebody or whatever they're trying to do, it doesn't matter what type of work they're doing. If you do not pay your practitioner, the spirits that work with that person, that are getting paid through that person, those spirits don't get paid. So what happens is the situation flip-flops, and everything that they are trying to do to you ends up happening to them, because the spirits are like, run me my shit. Does that make sense? That's how it works. So when people don't pay their practitioner, they're fucking themselves over. That practitioner, 9 times out of 10, will make damn sure that this person can never fucking get a job. Like they do people like that. If you go to get love spells done on somebody, the practitioner will be like, I will make sure that man never wants to be around you. And if he does, he's going to want to kill you. That type of thing. Welcome, everybody coming into the chat. 6 of Swords. This person, they owe a court case. This person is caught up in the legal system. They're also caught up in, they have to walk away from trying to sue you or pass something off like they were you, maybe signing your name on shit. This person's also feeling very drained after, the end of this reign of tyranny over your life. I'll just say that. They feel drained, even though they were trying to use the moon to drain you of everything. That's so ironic. That is exactly what I'm talking about. This person's practitioner does not fuck with them anymore. Wheel of Fortune. You're over here getting the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to get everything that you want. Continue to invest in the things that you love. It's protected by Archangel Michael. This person can't do not a damn thing about that. They might want to get a new hobby, stop doing this moon magic, and do something else, because they're in the 5 of Pentacles. This person could be being evicted in the dead-ass middle of winter. That's on them. They're super stressed out about losing their right to live either in this country or in a state or whatever. They also feel like you being able to move away is a major jab at them. You being able to go freely, go somewhere is an insult to them. This is why I feel like this person is a control freak. They have psychological problems, many psychological problems, which is one reason that they could never do this work that you're doing. It takes time, effort, actual work, and dedication. And for you, it may not be work, but to this person, they look at it like it is work, because they just want to sit around and benefit off of everybody else's shit. This person is about to go to jail. They're being restricted with this court case. Maybe they did something and they tried to cheat a King of Pentacles out of some money. Maybe they tried to take a project from you and pass it off to this King of Pentacles like it was them. This person is being sued by this King of Pentacles, point blank, period. They may have to do some jail time for either signing your name on something, lying in court, or lying to this King of Pentacles and signing a contract with them. Okay, what do we need to know What else do we need to know? So stay away from this person. If they come back into your life and be like, hey, I just want to catch up, da 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 da. No, they fucking don't. This person is fishing for information about you so they can go plug it into this moon magic system and then they continually try to betray you. The people that betray you in your life, literally walk away from them. Don't even, I would ignore them. I would not even acknowledge them at all. Like, bitch, you know what you did to me. You know what you tried to do. You know what you were doing. I know what you were doing. And so that's a wrap. That's basically, it's over. You're not hidden anymore. This person is not hidden. They thought they were still cloaking themselves in your energy or whatever. They're not. That's sad. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you. I would really appreciate it. It really helps this platform if you could hype the video, you guys. Make sure the notification bell is on so you're notified when I go live. If any of you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. The Hermit, you guys have gone within. This is why you're still in the Wheel of Fortune. This is why this other person, they know that you're in the Wheel of Fortune, but I think that this King of Pentacles knows that you won't work with them. They figured out something about this other person, that they're a false person, basically. And now they don't want to fuck with them at all. That's sad. Oh, well, you're getting a new opportunity. King of Cups. This person was advised by somebody who was wise not to make a deal with this King of Pentacles. This person who's very wise advised this person not to make a deal with the King of Pentacles. They did it anyways. They could be legally held responsible for trying to copyright or something else like that, somebody else's stuff. This is what this King of Cups said, that if this person decides to take you to court for defamation of character, whatever, perjury, whatever this is, you're going to lose this court case. That's what they were told, and they did it anyways. So I feel like, oh, well, let this person get the consequences from this King of Pentacles. Yeah, while you remain in the Nine of Pentacles, able to stand on your own 2 feet, able to provide for yourself. This is your energy. You were born this way. I'm hearing that. I was born this way, Lady Gaga song. You were born this way. What are these people going to do about that now? You've already it's already been so much to create you and manifest you. This person can't do anything about that. They are facing a major legal decision and they want to know your input. I would say stay the fuck away from me and I would just ignore them, to be quite honest. They're going to be wanting to come with their hand out, acting super entitled, like you owe them something. You don't fucking owe this person anything. They're delusional. They only want you to owe them something. You don't owe them anything. You've already helped this person enough when you were friends with them. I feel like them showing their true face as a frenemy, they're trying to destroy your assets. Okay? This person's a leech. 9 of Cups. They have nothing to offer. You're already getting your wishes fulfilled. Why would you have to settle to play second fiddle to anybody? And if this is a relationship that this losing ass person is in, you don't want anything to do with them or their relationship. Okay? You're not somebody that keeps placeholders around. You're not somebody that sits around using somebody for their finances. This person is trying to actually affect you and affect your wish fulfillment. And all it's causing is the universe to bless you more. So, oh well, this person should have listened to the King of Cups and just left you alone. It's always easier to just leave people alone than to war with them. And that's one thing that I just respect other people in their lives. And unless they come trying to straight up fuck with me and I have to stand up for myself, I will get into the Queen of Swords. I can get real crazy, real fucking fast, very scary. But at the same time, you know, I also have to look at that these people are ignorant as fuck. And for some reason, I'm still pulling in that situation. So I can't blame 100% them since I'm manifesting them. But at the same time, I'm not going to put up with the shit. You just have to know what your tolerance level is and not let this person overstep a boundary. They are a perpetual boundary abuser. This person does not respect boundaries, and they feel like anytime you set an energetic boundary or cut a cord with them, they feel like you should be punished for that. You're not going to be punished. You're going to be rewarded for walking away from this weirdo. 6 of Pentacles. This person's life will get better when they stop trying to make you a beggar. Seriously. This person is going to be a beggar. They already don't have a home. They may be going to jail. This person is in trouble. They're in bigger trouble than just finances. This is not that they just owe a debt. They tried to get away with a crime, and they're going to be prosecuted for that crime, and they're going to be charged money to have to pay to the courts. That's how the courts makes their money. That's why they feel it's good to invest in solving crimes so that they can make their money. That's literally how the courts make their fucking money. So as far as, that goes, this person is going to have to pay this lawyer and going to have to pay this King of Pentacles back. And they're not going to use your fortune to do that with. Welcome everybody coming into the chat, the Hangman. Because they were wanting to just sacrifice you, the easy way out. Let me just do a sacrifice. Let me just do a sacrifice. That's what this person keeps saying. I can just sacrifice them. No, you cannot be sacrificed. This is over. This person is going to be sacrificed. Their finances are already sacrificed. Their financial stability sacrificed. I hope that these people do not have children, because that's also a sacrifice that's going to be taken from them. This person's going to be left without anything. Queen of Wands. Both of these people are going to be left without fucking anything. And I feel like these people have to pay somebody else back. And they can't use your energy to keep this devil off of their back anymore. This person can no longer spiritually sacrifice you to use your energy to keep this demon off of their back. That's literally what I'm getting. They're in trouble. This Queen of Wands, this witch, this mother, this is a mother and their child. These two idiots should have never fucking ever played in your energy or done witchcraft on you. Whatever this destiny swipe shit is, backfire, did not work. Literally, you're getting wish fulfillment. These people have to watch you get wish fulfillment. They're like, wait, I did the ritual. I know what you did. God knows what they did. But was it ever going to work? No. You have protection that goes beyond what these people can tap into. Knight of Cups. And you're not desperate. You're not like this Knight of Cups that's with this Queen of Wands. You don't want these people. You don't want them in your life. I don't know why they won't just let it go. Okay, what else do we need to know before we go? Yeah, they feel like you're desperate. Just because these bitches are desperate as fuck and would put people up under love spells does not mean that you are the same way. The Empress is not desperate. Two of Wands. Yeah, what you guys are doing to work on your creative power and working on watching your ships come in. You have already given birth to something. You've set it into motion. You've created something. You guys are getting rewarded for your hard work. You're getting your wish fulfillment. And these people are just upset about that. They feel like it should be them. But who told them that? They wanted to nominate themselves. Like, oh, it should be me that receives this or that. No, if it was meant to be them, it would already be them. Page of Pentacles. You're here to leave a legacy to people that come after you. It could be family members. It could be, a charity, an organization, whatever this is. You're here to leave a legacy to the people that are younger, that they can come across you and learn about life. Yeah, that's what I'm literally getting. You're here to leave a legacy to people. That means that you need your legacy to leave it to the people that you have created or that you're giving birth to or whatever, or that you have in your own life. You already have people that you're going to leave this legacy to, and it has nothing to do with these thieves. You're not going to leave anything to them. You already know that they're snakes. Justice. You're getting justice in the physical and the spiritual realm. Just know that. You and your children are getting justice. If they were trying to disconnect you from the world and from your kids, this person is being disconnected from theirs. Okay, what else do we need to know before we go? I get that you guys just need to know to keep moving forward. Defend yourself. If it comes to you having to defend yourself in court, do so. Okay? Stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Tell people, anybody could look at you and see that this person's a lying piece of shit. But, there could be some people that are under the influence of this moon magic. I would be like, all moon magic, all of it being sent from any person, I ask God to stop that and then you go within and heal whatever it is that's pulling this person in and these people. I feel like these people should have minded their own business and not ever tried to touch a hair on your head, metaphorically or physically. High Priestess. You guys have the intuition. They do not. They're following a false path. These people don't even like each other. You're not the reason that their family has fallen apart. They are. And this moon magic is. These people got enough off of you. They've already gotten whatever they were going to get off of you. This person's not getting anything else. They're getting death now. Now shit's getting real for them. Because these people are actually looking at losing physical objects, items, clothes, cars, houses, real estate. All this shit that they stole from everybody else. They're losing it. Okay? Just like these people wanted to send someone in to schmooze you out of your money, they're being schmoozed out of their money. They have nothing that they can invest in that's ever going to prosper. 6 of Cups. This could literally be an ending to somebody's child. That's really sad. Jeez, these people were dumb, man. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Infertility or inability to have children. What was I just saying about that? That's crazy. Unable to feel joy or experience life to the fullest. Unrequited love. Maybe one of these people loved you and you didn't love them back. May not be ready for a relationship. Maybe subconsciously choosing a lover knowing that the relationship won't work. Then 4 of Swords in the reverse. This person did not want this shit to ever end. They lack the strength to fight for their point of view. They're unrealistic and unable to communicate with others on a project. These people are creating the conflict that's holding up progress. Prepare and update their will. It's straight up telling them death. Oh my God. Prepare and update their will. What they're going to leave to their children, if they're going to have anything at all. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Somebody that's under 40 has emotional problems, can't commit, no discipline, angers easily, brash, cocky attitude, appears successful, but that's an act. Abusive, cruel, sadistic, promises a relationship, believes after he gets what he wants, charming but superficial. That's their problem. Yeah, you're going to continue to use your intuition, and it's going to keep you away from people like this. I also get that these people did not ever want this moon magic cycle, energy harvesting shit to stop. And now that it's being stopped, they feel like, you know, you should be punished because you deserve to suffer. Like, what the fuck? Who's deranged enough to even try to call suffering on another person like that? These people are going to lose everything. I'm not joking, because they wanted to, you know, have it all, and they wanted to have shit that's not even for them. These people are not meant to be inspiring others. They're not meant to be around other people. They should go literally isolate themselves and go within. These people need to go in hermit mode. They were trying to isolate you, get you locked up, get you thrown out of your house, take you to court, sue you, block you, take your intellectual property. Enough is enough. Judgment was fucking called on both of this mother and their child. Okay? Because they have an adult child that they taught this witchcraft to that's continuing to try to steal your destiny, and I'm not having it. I'm literally cancel and rebuke them. Absolutely the fuck not. And whatever they're doing. These people should have got it together before. Literally. I do have Cash App, yes. In the description box below. Oh, is YouTube giving you hell? I'm so sorry, you guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have your guys' back. Yeah, you guys are going to be fine. For sure. The link doesn't work. The hell? Yeah, I clicked on it the other day and it looked like it worked to me. So I'm not for sure why it's doing that. Yes, my Cash App name, I believe, is Astraea Love, ASTRAEALOVE. Let me see if I can. Oh, this phone is dead. I can't do shit with this phone. Yeah, my phone is dead. That sucks. see. Do I have Cash App on this other phone? I don't, but I do have access to my email. Let's see. Yeah, it is Astraea Love, Astraea Love. Okay, awesome. I just received that payment. Thank you so much. I love that for pizza. That's dope. Okay, yeah, go ahead and ask your question. I did. I just got it. Yeah. About your wife. She is a dark witch. Wow. That is so sad, you guys. Super sad. I feel like I'm going to be using the Twin Flame Tarot. But the more that you know, the more empowerment that you have, the better things are going to be. Okay, so what is your question, Tropical Tarot? You're not together. That's good. That's good. I mean, literally, you're being protected, you guys. You're being protected. Yes, you saw her today. She broke up with you because you got a dog. Really? Wow, isn't that interesting how, and I was talking about this at the beginning of the reading, when you stay in situations that are not good for you for too long, the universe will find a way to end it. They'll either bring in something that's better, or the universe will literally cause you to get fired or cause something to end. You had the puppy in your arms. Oh my God. You have to understand that there is something seriously wrong with people that don't like animals. That's the way that I feel, you know? Oh, I bet he is cute. Puppies are adorable. Yeah, there's something weird about that. Unless she's like allergic to dogs, then I could understand that, because some people are, they do have an allergy, but I'm not getting that she is. Yeah. Okay. So what are you wanting to know about this situation? Why did she act like you didn't exist? Well, she's been trying to, she has a pit bull too. See, that's weird. Pit bulls are the best dogs, you guys. I know what they say about pit bulls, but pit bulls are really good dogs. They really are. Okay, I'm going to set the timer so that I stay on track. What should you expect from her? I'm getting like the cold shoulder energy. That's what I'm kind of feeling. Like she's just wanting you. Okay, over the process of your guys' relationship, and you have a pit bull. That's dope. So yeah, why does she not love him? I think that she's just using this situation as a reason, to be quite honest. I'm also getting that, you know, she's been trying to break you down over a long period of time. Like trying to break you down. Break you down, break you down. And I feel the moon again. Oh my God. Illusions, hidden confusion, and uncertainty. She's been trying to break you down. And trying to make you feel small. Yeah, if I were you, I mean, I would probably just let this person go. If you have to split up the animals, it's going to be okay, because you have already, like, you know how animals can get sad when you split them up. If you already have a puppy, that's a thing that's going to bring joy to if you have another existing animal. Unless it's like a cat. I mean, sometimes cats and dogs, they get along just fine. So I'm getting that this is more about her just, I feel like she's waiting for somebody to get out of jail. But yeah, she's making moves. 9 of Wands, resilience, close to succeeding, persistence, and fatigue. So yeah, if you have another existing animal, it's not going to be as traumatizing as it would have been if you didn't have that puppy. I feel like puppies are really, they're adorable. Oh my gosh. And kittens are, and if you have the space and everything and you can take care of them, more power to you. I feel like, yeah, she does not want to start anything new with you. Why did she want to end it? Well, I still get this same, like, because with the other day when I read for you, we still got the same Six of Pentacles giving card. That's the basis of her energy. She wants you to be charitable to her. But I feel like, yeah, she's definitely interested in somebody else. That's one reason. But why she didn't like the dog, I think the dog is just an excuse. I think she's just literally using that as an excuse because she doesn't want to be in the relationship anymore. And this is going to give you the opportunity to regroup and start investing in yourself again. You know, live your best life, heal, be generous to yourself, because you stopped everything in your life to be with this person and they don't even treat you well. Like, you've been very supportive, very sharing, very kind and all that, but they have not been treating you well. I feel like it's because their energy is very conflicting, and I feel like they're kind of a toxic person, and I'm not judging them in any type of way, but their mentality is toxic. It's all about using people and getting things out of people. I also get that maybe she was sticking around to see if she could get something from you, some type of money or something. The sun, you know, she was stealing your joy for so many years. I would be like, okay, this is a blessing. You're not going to, like, everything that you were taking care of her expenses, you're not going to have to do that anymore. You're going to be able to invest into yourself. You're going to be able to go back to doing what you were actually sent here to this planet to do. And I feel like having a puppy is a blessing. Is there a spell that you can do? It just depends. I mean, I would not, if you want to be with this person, they're not compatible for you. I would let them go. That's literally, they're the lowest compatible. You are being protected from them, but I don't know if I don't know of any type of spell that's going to help with this person. I feel like spells are more to be done on yourself. And I would not even fuck with love magic because that shit will backfire. And when you mess with somebody else's free will, it always backfires. I feel like you should be excited, okay? First of all, you're protecting your peace. That's one thing. I get with the Ace of Swords, this clarity and truth, this new idea. This is a victory for you. I also get, no, I don't get that it's somebody that you know. It's definitely not whoever Jeremy is. But yeah, you're being protected. You're going to get clarity. I also feel like this is somebody that you can't really grow with. That's another problem. Ten of Pentacles. Your personal legacy and money is being protected. I feel like instead of wanting to do a spell in the situation, I feel like if somebody doesn't want to be with you, they just don't want to be with you. And if they've got a problem with you adopting a dog, maybe you should have talked to them about that. But I feel like this is just an excuse. Oh, her ex in jail. Okay. So you never met Jeremy. Okay, let me look at it again then. Yeah, it does feel like it could be that person. I just want to make sure though. Give me 1 second. That would make a lot of sense. I agree. Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So it does feel like it is whoever Jeremy is. And that would make sense. Yeah. Okay, they just messaged me back. I was looking for them. They agree. They say it feels like it. Okay. Yeah. So it definitely has to do with whoever Jeremy is. That's what I got, a big confirmation. And I even double checked. I was like, okay, are we for sure? Yes, we are for sure with that. So that's who she's waiting for. Whoa, all of these cards just fell out. That's like too many cards, Spirit. What do I need to be seeing? Okay, the Seven of Cups. This is about your choices. Okay, the decision that you make. Because the decision that you make right now, there's some type of fantasy or illusion that you still have about this person that's thinking that they are a cup of love to you. That's part of the problem. I'm also getting that you're about to have success and victory when it comes to this situation. It's just like the energy of like actually winning your life back. The Nine of Swords, your victory is going to cause her to be in the Nine of Swords. And the Five of Swords, which is aggression and disputes and breaking point, negativity, fighting, arguing. And then the King of Swords. So is this his energy? No. The King of Swords, this is that other person's energy is what I'm getting. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So yeah, this is the other person. Maybe I don't get that they're an authority figure. I feel like that they want to take authority over the situation. The Four of Cups is contemplation, feeling disconnected, discontent, and being bored. This person, just know that whoever Jeremy is, they're not even that into whoever you're with, okay, or you were with. King of Pentacles. This is going to cause you to remain stable and abundant, okay? I feel like, yeah, I feel like she should just move towards what she wants. I also feel like you will be so much happier. You're a reliable person. Eight of Wands, fast movement, quick decisions, sudden changes. That's a lot of sudden change for you, but like I said, when you start to get into alignment, sometimes things will happen. Like you'll end up leaving situations that are no longer serving you. No, I don't get that it's Mike. I get that I get a big hit on Jeremy though. Mike could be another person that she's emotionally connected to. but I don't think she wants to be with Mike. But I do feel like we both got a confirmation on Jeremy. I feel like that's who it is. I also feel like, yeah, this is going to be fast movement, getting you back on track. Okay? That's literally what's about to happen. You're about to be put back on the course that you were meant to be on. Knight of Wands. So there are two energies here that I'm picking up on. One of them is a Knight of Wands. So let me ask. Okay, it's not Mike, but it could be somebody else. You did send another Cash App? Okay. When that timer goes off, I'll reset it. So there is somebody else that she has. This is what I was picking up from last time. What she does is she compartmentalizes things. So she has like a backup plan and then a backup plan. This Knight of Wands is somebody that's not really in her life right now. And I also feel like she's waiting for some type of big movement to come in, bringing something into her life. She thinks that's going to be this Knight of Wands. I feel like both this King of Swords and this Knight of Wands are going to end up leaving her. And it's going to be over boredom. I feel like you're settling. Oh, okay. Okay. I feel like you're definitely settling, though, for this person. So my best advice would be to continue to move forward and, you know, let this person get their shit together. They need to get it together. I feel like you've been on this hamster wheel for quite some time now. And you don't want your life to get to a point where you're, you know, feeling where you're having conflict with her. Does that make sense? Like, you want to avoid tragedy. That's what I want for you. I want you to avoid tragedy. I do get, though, that the way she feels is the way she feels. There's nothing that we can do to change that. And if anybody wanted to try to change that with a spell, that would fuck things up. You don't want love that is forced. I can guarantee that. So, you know, I do feel like this is more, it's not so much to a diss to you. This is like more about her getting what she wants or what she thinks she wants. Because again, she's not going to be happy. She's not happy with herself. She's not going to be happy with this King of Swords or with this Knight of Wands or with you. And I feel like that's on her. She needs to fill her own cup of happiness and not think that it exists in another person. But I also get that, you know, you're going to be able to move forward very quickly and get back on track to where you're supposed to be on your divine life purpose and journey. And I don't think that it includes this other person. You know, they're making reckless choices, and you don't need to be putting, especially if you are sleeping with them, you don't need to be putting yourself at risk when this other person could be sleeping with other people at any given moment. They're getting ready to jump the gun on something. But I do get that, you know, both this King of Swords and Knight of Wands, these two people that are coming up in her energy, both of them she's got something going on within her. I will just say that both of these people are similar to each other in the fact that they're just going to use her, try to take what they can get, and then leave her with nothing. That's literally what I'm getting. But she's pulling that experience in where she already has you and you're not doing any of that stuff to her. I feel like, you know, getting a dog is a big responsibility, but I don't think you're wrong for getting the dog. If you've want another support system, I don't think that that's wrong. I just feel that she should just be more forthcoming about the way that she feels and tell you the truth rather than sending you on a wild goose chase thinking of it that it's about a dog. Because puppies are a responsibility, but you know, if you take care of that responsibility to your best ability, maybe she just doesn't want any more responsibility. I also am getting that, like, you're learning a lot right now about where you need to be putting your boundaries. Yeah, the death is what just fell on the ground. You're learning a lot about, and this is what these two people are going to do to her. I don't think telling her what they're going to do is going to help the situation. But look, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, okay, she's not abundant. She's not an abundant, prosperous person on her own. You're going to be drawing somebody in that's actually generous and caring, and somebody that would be have an equal cup for you. The cup that you give out of love, you know, this person, this Two of Cups here is like a soulmate divine union contract that's coming in. If you allow this situation to die, you will go through a rebirth and you will gain a new person. It may take you a little while to heal, and you shouldn't start a new relationship when you're unhealed. But, you know, in the future, we could look at that about this person that's going to be coming in, because you're showing up the King of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles is definitely not her. And the Two of Cups is a spiritual connection. There's somebody else that's going to be for your highest and best good. And that's what I would be asking. What does the universe have for my highest and best good? I also get that this fast movement, she may like realize that she's made a mistake in the future. But again, this is somebody that's like an unintentional destiny blocker. Whenever they get with somebody, everything has to be about them. And then the focus off of life, it's like you've lost focus on what you're here to do. And I'm not saying that to hurt your feelings in any way. It's just this person, all of you trying to make them happy has derailed you off of your purpose. So I get that, you know, if you release this person and let them go like what they want, which is probably the only sane thing to do, you're going to get out of this cycle of having to repeat these same lessons over and over again. You're also going to attract somebody in that's also abundant, because you're a very abundant person. This Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very abundant. And again, even though this picture, she looks pregnant, it just means it's somebody that's very nurturing. And you'll have a spiritual connection with this other person where there's nothing going on spiritual. Like, she's not a spiritual person, the one that you were with. I also get that you could begin a new business with this new person. So, you know, allowing what's going to happen is probably the most healthy thing. Loving yourself, knowing, I would be going within, I would be getting The Truth of God by Michael Stedman, going within and asking yourself and writing down the storylines of everything that created this situation. And then I would be writing down a list of all of the things that you do want in a person. And when you're done, and only write the things that you want. Don't say, I don't want this. Say only the things that you want. Spiritual compatibility. Think of it in every type of area. Spiritual compatibility, physical compatibility, emotional, financial, mental. If they have a job, you want them to work in the same city, or you want them to work close to you. That was so weird. So those are the things that you want to be writing down, basically. You want to be writing down those things, okay? And then keep that list. And the people that you meet, like, you're going to find that this new person that you meet is going to be on that list, where she is not going to be on the list that you write. And that the list thing, it works. It works for everybody. So it's almost like doing a vision board. Welcome in, Phoenix Empress, but a vision board has to do more like with pictures. But this is you writing down all of the things that you want, because this, you focusing on that and keeping your standards high. I would not be accepting bum behavior. Keeping your standards high. You need to raise the bar a little bit when it comes to your people that you want to be with. I also get that this person that's going to be coming in, they're going to have something to actually equally offer. The world. You could have the world with this other person. You just have to let go of what you feel is, it's some type of security blanket that you're feeling that she provides for you. But I don't get that she's a nurturing, loving person like that. So I do get that, you know, she's also not an abundant person like you are. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. It's just, this is what the cards are kind of saying. The two people that she's talking to, I did get that one of them was Jeremy. I don't get that the other person's Mike. So there's somebody else that she's talking to. But she's making second and third plans, you know what I mean? Yeah, I could probably do one more question. But yeah, the world says completion, closing cycles, and achievement. So literally, you will have a divine soul contract with somebody when you walk away from the one that you're in, because the one that you're in is very, very unbalanced, and it's you know, if somebody doesn't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. And whether they tell you what it is, I don't think that it really matters, because I definitely don't feel like it has to do with the fact that you got a dog. That's just not what I'm getting. It's something else. It has to do with someone else. It has to do with the King of Swords or a Knight of Wands. But telling her that she has impending doom is not going to do anything good. I would just, if this person doesn't love you, they don't love you. They need to come to a conclusion about what they want. And I feel like they have, but what they want is not good for them. They're going to figure that out in the future. It's not your job to teach them that lesson, and you trying to keep them around would be harmful to your psyche and harmful to your finances and harmful to your life. Why stay with somebody where you have to lower your standards, where you could be with somebody else that's actually on your vibration? That's more of like this, you being a King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Those are two people that their energies match. Where it's at right now, she's not even showing up as any energy so far. Actually, she didn't show up as anything. Interesting. That's how much this person is not for your highest and best good. I feel like you will attract in. If there's a fear that you're not going to attract somebody in, I'm already seeing this other person. So I would be going within and releasing that fear. You're going to have a lot of fun moments in the future and a lot of success. You're going to get back on track with your platform, with what you were doing. You're going to get back in a groove and actually be able to focus on your own life without having to focus on somebody else's. Ooh, I love that. Okay, that's great. I will answer your question. Okay, so I hope that helped you, Tropical, whatever your name was. I hope that helped you, give you a little bit more reassurance. But what the cards were telling me is, oh, you are so welcome. And I want the best for you. What the cards are telling me is that you were dealing with somebody that unknowingly takes people off of their destiny. Everything, they're a little bit narcissistic. Everything is about them. And so with you being able to invest all of that love and energy into your new puppy, into you, you're going to find that you're not going to be that sad without her. I think it's just the fear. It's literally a fear that you have of being abandoned. And I don't get that you're being abandoned. I feel like that's the experience she's about to go through, because how you get somebody is how you lose them. If she's thinking about stealing somebody from somebody else, and I get there's all this other drama, that's not cool to do to people, especially if people are married or whatever. I mean, it's not the worst thing to do to somebody, but it's karmic. It's to me, that's hella karmic, like to just be stealing people from other people. But I also know that twin flame relationships come about sometimes in the most strangest of circumstances. And so if somebody is meant for you, they will be there for you. If somebody is not, they won't. It's directing me to this one book, this one, not book, but deck, and it's under a bunch of shit. Okay, I have not used this deck in freaking years. I can't believe that it just directed me to it. Wow. I like legit forgot that it was sitting there. Okay. Interesting. So it's the Archangel Power Tarot cards. I was like, why are they wanting me to keep digging through my decks? Oh yeah, it's this deck. Okay. So we're going to take a look. I get that you moving to a new location, that's going to be dope. And literally, oh, let me set the timer so I stay on track. Literally, I don't know where you're thinking about moving, but yeah, it's going to work out. I feel like there's definitely going to be some type of love opportunity that opens up and some type of business opportunity. So it could have to do with like you being in a certain area. I don't know. I'm seeing some type of like, maybe it's like a healing center or something. It's giving me the energy of like how a vortex is. The energy of Sedona, Arizona is like a vortex. 4 of Michael, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for some sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. Yeah, this is what you're doing. By you moving, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be put into a Zen mode, literally, where you can just rest. I love that energy. I also get that as you go through this like resting stage, you're going to rejuvenate. You moving to a new landscape is going to give you a whole new experience, like a whole new palette of color to paint with. 3 of Michael in the reverse. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals wounds. So if you're afraid of releasing the past, Archangel Michael has got you, because that was in the reverse. So that's just telling me that you could be afraid that that you're leaving something behind. I don't feel like you're leaving anything that is worth staying in the same spot. I also get that you'll meet new people. You really will. And you'll be away from whatever this was that was like, I get that the new place that you're wanting to go to is not going to be, it's not going to have the same type of trauma that happened on the land. It's going to be different. 9 of Michael. This is giving me like the energy of the labyrinth with David Bowie, and it's showing me like Peter Pan. That's what I'm seeing with that energy. So your worry is unnecessary. Focus on your thoughts. This is a lot of Michael cards. That's 3 Michael cards in a row. It says focus your thoughts on the outcome of your desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, and worry to the angels. I don't feel like you have anything to worry about, especially when it comes to this new move. This is going to be a blessing. King of Raphael, warm, generous, honorable, refined. Yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Yeah, you're going to be able to tap into your creative energy a lot easier in this new place. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, you are reminded of your past being here. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's literally it. That's kind of the block. It's like being reminded of your past, but then also being in a situation where that past is still haunting you. I don't feel like you're going to be haunted in the future. That the time for that energy has basically run its course, is what I'm getting. I also feel like you've done everything that you needed to do on the land that you're in right now. You've done more than what anybody else has ever tried to do. I feel like you living in a place where your building is not connected to anybody else is going to be really important. Like you having your own space. Or if it is a building that's connected to other people's buildings, then you defining your own space with the crystal grid. I feel like that's going to be something that, yeah, the people, you know, I had a dream one time that, well, it was a dream of all of these buildings being connected together, and all of these people that lived in the buildings, their energies were interlinked and connected together as one. And in my dream, they called these areas where people were condensed into living in buildings that are connected to one another, they called them suicide zones. And in my dream, it was because many people have done suicide in those areas, and it's because of the interlocking of the energies there. I know that sounds weird, but that was a dream that I had. 5 of Raphael. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. There is a beautiful silver lining in getting to start anew. There really is. I feel like there's a lot of abundance waiting for you at this new place. You can do anything. Queen of Gabriel, passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You are very independent. You're going to find that life is completely changed, but in a very good way. The ability to attract and helpful people as well. So if you're worried like, oh, how am I going to make the move? I'm by myself or whatever. You're going to have people that come in, or you can hire people. 2 of Raphael. This is the love union that I see coming in for you. You are very connected to water. You may want to be somewhere that has water, or have access to a place that's close to water. 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits. Yeah. Don't give up on those that you love. Literally. The Two of Raphael is a good sign. Raphael is like an angel of love and healing. I also get that, you know, you gaining a new perspective on life is going to inspire you, and you're going to meet new people, and you're going to basically be offered some type of love union or opportunity. Knight of Michael, strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. Don't be afraid of this change happening fast. It's going to happen when it needs to. Sometimes things don't happen when we want them to. They happen when they need to happen. And that's something that we just need to learn to be okay with. You love water. Yeah. So that may be something to keep in. And the ocean showed up here. The stream showed up here. And then the ocean showed up twice so far. So I'm definitely seeing that as a sign. Seven of Michael, there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be your best answer. Review the details. Make sure that you are having somebody that is prepped in law look at whatever contract you're going to sign. When it comes to a new place and stuff like that, make sure you do, your research on it. I also feel like there may be a couple places that you're thinking of going. I'm getting that a place near water is where you're going to be the happiest. I also feel like there's a love union waiting near water. Could be an ocean. It could be a lake. Three of Gabriel in the reverse. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So if there's a fear of something not turning out the way that it should, that's what we need to be releasing. I would be using the affirmation, everything is always working out for me. Because I feel like the only thing that will keep you stuck in the spot that you're at now would be a fear of something not going right. Nine of Gabriel, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. This is going to be a change in your environment. It's going to be very healthy for you. I feel like, you've definitely had lifetimes where you have been like a nomad energy and wandered about and lived in different places. But I'm getting that this is going to be a place that you live for quite a long time. If you are thinking about going back to the ocean, back to a body of water, that's where I'm seeing this love union come in at. I'm also seeing new opportunities when it comes to work. The High Priestess, Archangel Haniel, powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So yeah, this is going to help you to be at peace. Yeah. The High Priestess and Archangel Haniel being about the moon, I feel like this is going to help you be at peace. It's going to help you heal. You're going to be able to plant things and actually grow things, like metaphorically and physically. Two of Gabriel, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationship with people that share your vision. This is what I'm seeing. Look at them walking on the beach. I mean, the pictures are like seriously verbatim what I'm picking up on. Yeah, finding other people that are also like you in a place that is a very common ground. I like it. Four of Gabriel in the reverse. Says time for a celebration. So yeah, if you're afraid to celebrate something, I feel like you're going to be able to celebrate pretty soon. Because what I'm getting with them being the cards that are in the reverse, it's just a fear that you have. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. Maybe you need to release yourself from a burdensome situation with where you're at. It could be taking a toll on you that you're not aware of. Okay, what else does she need to know? With that being, let me just clear the energy of whatever it is. There's somebody that's going to be like, I don't want you to go. Okay, this person is from your past. They need to stay out of your energy. The Page of Raphael in the reverse. A new emotional situation. So there is something going on emotionally. Messages regarding relationship or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. So there is a fear that I'm picking up here. and we're just going to release it now. We're calling these fears to the forefront. Okay, because there will be a new emotional situation that you create with the earth and in this new environment. You don't want to be taking this old energy of fear of connection with you. Because I do feel like this is going to help you. 6 of Gabriel in the reverse. This is just revealing what the fears are about the situation. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next projects, awards, scholarships, and promotions. If you're feeling afraid like this is not the time to move forward, it is. These are just fears that you're having. I don't get that they're actually going to manifest, though. I feel like you're going to be very successful wherever you go, but by you going by a body of water is going to bring you healing. And I also get that this is going to be somewhere that you stay for a long time. So this is not like an unstable situation. 8 of Ariel in the reverse. Take great pride in your excellent work. So I am getting that you might be afraid that you won't be able to work in this new place. I don't get that that's an actual reality. Yeah, this is telling me that you don't need to get any type of extra training, that you already have what you need within you. And so right now would not be the time to go back to school. I feel like right now would be a great time to get ready to move. Maybe not doing it in the middle of winter, but doing it in springtime. That would be a perfect time to move. Weather-wise and everything like that. I do feel like what's going on in your root chakra is it has to do with fear. That's basically what it is. And so with us being able to heal that, call that forward and release it, I also get that, yeah, you've done everything that you could do. You listening to your intuition is important, but you've done everything that you could do for the place that you're in. 8 of Raphael, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. This is going to be, I love that she's walking with that kitty. This is going to be like a brand new spiritual journey. And look who's waiting there on the other side of a guy, like on the other side of that water, that little stream. It just keeps showing me that, you know, water is a very important element to you. It's all about connection. It's about spirit. There's also a treasure chest in that picture. This picture has a treasure chest in it. It's literally telling you to move forward and to not be afraid that you're not going to be able to make new social connections, or that you're not going to be able to make new relationships or make new bonds, or that you're not going to be able to afford things. I feel like everything will acclimate to your environment. And so you just need to trust the universe and trust that you're being divinely led, especially because I get that this whole inspiration to move came through your High Priestess ability, your intuition. You're picking up on the universe being like, okay, it's time to leave the past behind. It's time to move in a different direction. And 5 of Michael, this situation doesn't serve you. You're being told that the one that you're in, and it's not that it's like destroying you, but it just doesn't serve you. So you can give it to Archangel Michael and let him cut that cord. See, that cord that he's holding, he's going to rip that sucker out. It's like release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. I would be very optimistic about it. In fact, I would be saying everything always works out for me. It's always working out for me, and knowing that it is, because like literally it's about to. If you take this next step and walk away from what's not serving you, which is being stuck in the same place, you will be able to live life in a new way. Like it'll be a complete change of your schedule and stuff like that. But that's a good thing. You're going to be more active. You're going to be out in the community. You're going to be feeling safe, which I think is a huge blessing, because where you're at right now, you're not feeling safe. That's what I keep getting with these fears, is that it's like you're not feeling safe because you've been let down in the environment that you're in. You've been feeling rejected and like things have been blocked. And I do get that moving will be part of what unblocks it, but it's the fear that you're holding that's causing this to even show up as a fear, I guess, which is normal. It's totally normal to be afraid of new experiences, because the fear of the unknown, it's like you don't have to have everything calculated out right now to still have a success. And that's the part of having trust and faith, that when you follow your intuition, you'll be led to success in divine ways. The Four of Raphael, seek out other possibilities. It's straight up saying that. Look at the guy standing in the water. Oh my gosh. It just keeps triple, quadruple confirming it. It says, look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Yeah. Being aware of how you feel when it comes to this new situation is going to be important. I also feel like you being able to move forward is another thing that is very important. And where you've been at now, the energies around you have tied themselves into your energetic field. And it's like these people, whoever these people are that live around you, they were being, I just want to say that they were being blessed by your presence. When you leave, your good energy is going to go with you. And you're going to be able to, you're going to be able to get out of hermit mode. When you leave this situation, your good energy is going to stay with you. It's your energy. And so wherever you go, this blessing is going to be. And I'm not getting any type of warning sign that there's any type of danger. I just feel like the people that live around you, they drain your energy in some type of way. It could be, okay, through noise. Sometimes people, like when I was being tormented by my neighbors, they were always pounding with hammers on the walls, and like I was so tolerant, but I felt every time that there was a pounding on the walls and shit, like I felt like somebody was hammering shit into my mind. Like I literally felt like I was being attacked. So that, that it's called noise intimidation. And so, yeah, I feel like also, the area that you go to, the people are going to be completely different. They might be another like skin color or something like that, or another culture, but they're not going to be judgmental. Like they're going to be completely different. I feel like you're going to be able to connect with people and, feel safe and have access to a lot of healing energy, a lot of powerful energy. I also get that this is going to help you get into alignment for where you need to be to meet this person. And it could have been too that it was hard for this person to come in because you were in the wrong location. The moon, Archangel Haniel came out twice with the moon. So that we have the moon and the high priestess. So yeah, releasing the fear of any hidden illusions. It says the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. It straight up says that on the card. You're going to be able to do this. It's just overcoming the fear of the unknown. And that's all it is. It's just, in your mind, you don't have it all planned out yet, but God's got a bigger picture for you. And so when you do the God technique, you're looking out through the eyes of God rather than your ego. And so you know that it doesn't have to all come together and make sense in a tangible way right this second for you to still choose your own path. And I feel like your path has to do with you being in an environment that fosters you to be happy and healthy and whole. And this could be something as simple as having access to a beach and a boardwalk to take your dog or take whatever, your skateboard, your surfboard, whatever it is. You having access to a body of water is going to deeply, deeply heal you, and you're not going to be stressed. All of this stress that you've been carrying around, it feels like it's your neighbors, to be quite honest. Because again, when you live in a living situation and the energies all tie in, kind of like my dream, it's like this picture of Archangel Michael ripping the cords out, like that is so significant for you. That's what's going to be happening. It's going to be ripping of these cords out. These people are not going to be able to drain you or get blessings off of you either. And I don't get that they're super bad people, but I feel like they're judgmental people. Absolutely. Absolutely. So when the timer goes off in 1 second? Wow. Okay. I'm going to get one more card for you. Divine Guidance, Archangel Sandalphon. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. This is what you're going to open yourself up to. I was seeing some type of healing center. Like it could be a crystal sound bath center where they have the pink Himalayan salt cave type thing. But that's what I'm seeing coming in. So yeah, you're putting yourself in a position to be in alignment here and to receive a major blessing. So I would go ahead and move forward, but just, you know, before you move, work through releasing these fears and doing the mind technique on whatever beliefs are causing them. And if it is just the fear of the unknown, know that God has got you, that you're not going to make a bad decision. I don't think it's possible for you to make a bad decision because you're showing up the high priestess. So it just feels to me like, and I feel like you're ready to also release the past, which is a major, major step forward. I mean, that's moving forward in a direction that's going to set you up for success, not for failure. You being able to walk away from karma people, karmics, basically toxic situations, that's a major blessing. All right, you guys, so we're going to do some Reiki. So make sure that your feet are firmly on the ground, okay? Okay, holy fire, holy fire, holy fire. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Okay, so take a deep breath in, you guys. You'll want to drink water after this Reiki attunement and healing session, okay? So we're just going within the crown chakra and we're balancing the field, removing any dark spots. And we're going to be opening the third eye. Clearing out the third eye, clearing out the crown chakra. Okay, creating balance. Now we're going to be moving into the eyes, opening your eyes, balancing with your third eye, and moving into the throat chakra. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Seyu, seyu, seyu. And balancing that throat chakra. Clearing out any blocked energies. And I'm feeling a lot of heat with the holy fire. Okay, now we're going to get the thymus gland. And we're opening the high heart chakra so that you can receive your intuition from your higher self. And moving into the emotional space of the heart chakra, peeling back any layers and cutting all cords emotionally to other things and situations that are draining. Creating balance with the threefold flame. Okay, now we're going to do the solar plexus. Okay, opening up the solar plexus. Taking a deep breath, letting that energy release. We're just unwinding. Okay, clearing that out and healing the inner child. Okay, now we're going to go into the sacral chakra. We're going to open that sacral chakra and clear that out and instill the holy fire in the sacral and in the root. Okay, and releasing any fears. We're just going to give all fears and doubts and lack mentality to the holy fire. Okay, and then as we move it, we're going to move that flame into the earth, down into the earth, deep into the earth. And thank you, Earth. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you so much. We love you, we love you, we love you, and we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Okay, and then we're going to bring that energy back up through the root chakra into the sacral, releasing any old emotions, into the solar plexus, and into the heart, and into the high heart. And And we're going to do some pain relief movements. Stuck energies. Okay, and into the throat, clearing out your speech. And into the third eye, opening the third eye again, removing any psychic debris and instilling within your third eye a connection to your high priestess self. Activating your Merkaba light vehicle. And then we're going to go into the crown. We're going to bounce the crown chakra from the back of the crown all the way around the crown. Okay, we're going to be sealing this energy in and calling in the divine higher light of the holy fire and the holy fire angels to continue this alchemical transformation. Okay, and while you guys have that energy going through you, I am going to go play the sound bowls, okay? So we're going to start with the sacral chakra sound bowl. We're going to be doing the heart chakra. Okay, now we're going to do the throat chakra. Now we're going to do the crown chakra. for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here with me today. Please like this video. It would greatly help. You guys are so welcome. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm going to talk about these 2 books and then I'll let you guys go. And yeah, I have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle where I also do readings on that one as well. So you guys will have to check that out. This is called The Truth of God, Advanced Intuitive Living Workbook by Michael STEADMAN. And it's got 3 techniques within it that are going to help you change your reality. The first one is the God technique, which helps you raise out of your ego into your higher self so you can see things as they actually are through the eyes of God, which is unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace. And then the second technique is the joy versus anger technique, which gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions with your higher self, God, so that you can be clear about your decisions and know what direction to go into. When I go, is it this or is it that? And I'm asking questions, that's the technique that I'm using to get my answers. So it's an intuitive knowing. This is interesting. I just opened it to this part. It says, as I have stated, fear is what slows our spiritual progress. Knowing that you are God is the greatest tool for clarity and for stopping fears that there is. So there it is, Phoenix Empress. I opened it right there to that part. That's so funny. Anyone that's still having problems with their intuitive method of choice and understands that they are God is still probably having trust issues, which would be crown chakra, with the God concept. It's head knowledge and not yet heart knowledge. Sometimes when we understand something mentally, we have to take a little bit of time to allow ourselves to integrate it spiritually and emotionally. And so I had that experience when I first started using the God technique, is that it was more head knowledge than heart knowledge. And then it became solid heart knowledge, knowing that I am these positive traits. So it says, at that point, again, I would have them address their questions through the being whom they had a heartfelt trust. Our intuitive responses are colorized by the belief systems we hold, consciously or unconsciously, until it isn't. Until we come to the realization that we as God have no limitations, not just as head knowledge, but as a part of our being knowledge. And this, again, this is just their example, but it says, when I was a child, I had a hard time going into our basement because I could feel the presence of something I couldn't see. That fear stuck with me clear into my adult years. I felt fear going into dark rooms. When I learned that I was God, I just remind myself nothing could negatively affect God. And then all of that tension and fear subsided. So that's what you need to be reminding yourselves. Then the joy versus anger technique develops a yes and no answering system with your intuition. It's better than using a pendulum or doing muscle testing. And then the third technique, it says, as the joy versus anger was the most important and useful intuitive application in this book, the mind technique is of the same importance level, but designed to clear the negative emotional and mental baggage beliefs that we're dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we're experiencing. Okay, so you're going to use the mind technique with the joy versus anger technique when you go, does it serve me to hold on to this belief? You guys get this book. The link to it's in the description box below. The second book that I'm going to talk about is the one that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this book is like a portal. It has different tarot card spreads for all of the major arcana cards. All you need to start using this book and start learning how to read cards for yourself and for others is the original Rider-Waite deck. I would go ahead and get the one that's got the words on it. And it's RYDERWAITE. Get the one that's got the words on it, because I've written the tarot card spreads for each thing that you will see and for some things that you don't see that are on the major arcana. And the major arcana are the major transitions. And so there's also a spell or a ritual, however you want to look at that, that you do on yourself with the major arcana energies so that you can bring about a positive change. So the zodiac spell is to help you integrate all of the zodiac energies, the archetypes of them. And I've written a 14 zodiac tarot card spread at the very beginning that is going to help you understand the things that are in your conscious mind when it comes to those different astrological positions and the things that are in the unconscious mind. And then the psychic tarot card zodiac spells to connect with your destiny. So it starts you right off with your destiny. The next one, let's see, what is this other one? There, so the full magic tarot magic spell is going to invoke the great fool of Celtic legend. His name is Iwas, whose insane words have been taken for oracles or prophecies. The Magician's Tarot card spread, the Magician's Tarot card spell is to help you tap into your own magic, manifesting the magic. The High Priestess, the Lovers for drawing in love, the High Priestess for, let's see, for personal enlightenment. And then, so I'm going to read one of the High Priestess positions. Okay, position 7, the Harvest Temple. This position will show you information related to your ability to harvest. If you are faithful with what you sow, you will grow a large harvest to sustain your life. If you pull the Wheel of Fortune card for this position, and if you pull a Yes card for this position, you will know that it's a double confirmation that your harvest will turn out well. Position 8, the Will of Being. This card position can show you your personal truths and a way to move forward. This card position can show you the favor that you have from the Most High God in this lifetime. How in alignment are you with your inner being will come through the card that you pull for this position. Inner enlightenment and the different phases of spiritual awakening can be revealed in the card for this position. If you pull the Hermit Tarot card or a Yes answer card for this position, you will know that it is a double confirmation that you're in tune with your inner being. And then in the back of the book, I have a compendium of knowledge of all of the different combinations that I could think of when it comes to the major arcana cards and them coming out next to each other. So these notes will work as a guide to give you inside information of what different card combinations can mean. Over the years of reading tarot, I have picked up a few pieces of knowledge that I would like to share with you, the reader. Of course, use the spirit of discernment when reading tarot, but if you pull any of the following card combinations, it could mean something different than what you think. So the Fool Tarot card, when you pull the Fool Tarot card, it could mean that either you or the person that you're reading for is about to go on a spiritual journey through the process of spiritual awakening. It can also be interpreted as someone who is unaware of themselves. They could be acting foolish. The Fool stands at the edge of the cliff but does not fall off of it because the Fool has allowed the Most High and the universe to order his steps. When the Fool comes out before the Lover's Tarot card, it could imply that someone is falling head over heels, foolishly in love with another person. When the Fool comes out before the Death Tarot card, it could show you that someone's foolishness could literally kill them or bring about endings for them. If the Fool comes out before or after the World Tarot card, it could mean that someone is leading the world in a foolish way. When the Fool comes out before and after the Hangman Tarot card, it means that a person in question is self-sabotaging their life for foolish reasons. If the Fool comes out before or after the Chariot Tarot card, it translates to someone fooling or attempting to trick or deceive the authorities or police in some type of way. When the Fool comes out before the Last Judgment Tarot card, it means that one's foolish behavior has led them to being up under serious judgment from the Most High God. It just keeps going and going and going, you guys. Like it literally does. But yeah, for each of the major arcana cards, I've written all of the different card combinations, what that could mean, so that when you're pulling them, this book is a portal. You can do these readings over and over and over again and get new information. Literally, I would continue to do the readings and do the spells for as long as you feel that you want or need to manifest things in your life, because this is going to reveal so much stuff for you guys. And if you're wanting to learn to read cards for other people, this is a first step, okay? Because I know how hard it can be to pull cards for yourself, and you're wanting to see a certain situation, but you know you're missing the actual message. So when you do these tarot card spreads, I would take a picture of them and go back and look at them later. Okay, you're going to pick up so much additional information. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me today. Please like the video, tap the notification bell, hype the video, make sure you guys are subscribed. Okay, I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you for your donations and all of your super chats and your support. Peace be with you guys. God bless you. I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, bye.